Hi, well, once again, here we go into the night, onto the, hopefully not too low, but on the go, and everything is so. So I say once again that my name is Mike Jeff. Sometimes I call myself just Jeff or Jeff7. Different names, different places, different times, different days, different moods. We're all set to move on into the message tonight. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about faith. Faith. So we all need more faith. Everybody needs to have faith from the beginning of when they first wake up in the morning to the very time that they go to bed at night. Faith is of the utmost importance. Faith and courage and strength and fortitude, and last but not least, gratitude. Gratitude for the divine principle and the maker that put us here. So we have to be grateful because we don't really deserve to be here, but for a reason we're here. And so, just the very fact that we wake up breathing every day is an amendment to our lives, and it is it's a blessing. And it's something that's, that we owe total recommendation and devotion to the Lord for doing for us. And this was all predestined from the beginning of time. From the beginning of time, we were destined to be here for a purpose. Each and every one of us has a different purpose on this life. Some of us have a mission to go in different parts of the world, to preach the gospel, to help others. Some of us have a mission, maybe to be some kind of a teacher, a preacher, teacher like myself. I'm kind of a teacher. Sometimes I don't know what I am. I mean, I'm a teacher. I don't know. Some days I think I'm just a musician. And sometimes I still get mixed emotions about what my calling is. Sometimes maybe it's music. Last night I told you about a little bit, like one of my songs, I Want to Have a Good Time. I have another song called Lord and Savior, which is one of my recent songs. And so I like to write and sing and play guitar and keyboards on Christian songs. So let me talk a little bit about that. So I used to be, I kind of started off, playing in rock bands and heavy metal bands. And like when I was about 17 years old, and I was on a different track. My idea of a fun day was, get up in the morning. First thing I do, is it sunny outside? Oh yeah, it's a beach day. So work, what's that? No. And then I was doing music at the time too, and I was pretty good. Not as good as I am now. I played keyboards and was playing in some bands and recording a lot. But so I did a little work here. I recorded some songs and would work, a couple hours, but had to get out to the beach, had to meet the women, had to play, had to have fun in the sun. With a ton of other people, and I was a real partier, and I could do anything to my, I drank beer all day long, I ate whatever I want, pizza, you name it, and every day was a beach, every day was fun, and I did that for years. To be quite honest, and I still do it a little bit, I'm still kind of a goof off. I like to have everything, I'm a smooth goer. I like everything smooth. Just get to point A to point Z as smooth as I can get there, and with no holes barred, and I don't like any crap in between. So that's just the type of person that I am, so I'm still like that. So I'm still allowed to play. I probably play a lot harder than I work. Yeah. So life isn't always a bowl of cherries, and I've discovered that. So there's got to be more meaning and purpose. So as we all are, I think we're all, even the best of us, even the best preachers are still, they still maybe don't know what their final purpose is in this life, and God hasn't taken them yet, and they still think there's something left for them to do, but they haven't quite figured it out. They haven't figured it out what it is that they're supposed to do. They know there's something, but they haven't. God still hasn't communicated with their spirit, and they haven't received that yet, and they're waiting for that. And so a lot of us, we still haven't figured it out, and I probably haven't figured it out myself either, at some level. Although I'm pretty much halfway there. I know that I'm, to be like some kind of a helper, to some kind of mission in this life, some kind of purpose, which hasn't been revealed to me yet, but I feel a lot closer, and I feel that revelation has crept up on me as of the last couple of years, as of 3 or 4 years. I felt closer and closer to that goal of what my life's mission is. So I'll get into that a little bit later in another video. So tonight, let's get back to the basics. So I just want to talk about faith. Faith. So let's begin. This is what I'm going to do. Let me take a quick coffee sip here. By the way, some of you wanted to know what I was drinking. And this is a Starbucks coffee, coffee cup with some Starbucks coffee in it. I just heated it up. I'm a kind of a Starbucks addict. I drink Starbucks all day. I go to Starbucks in the morning, go to Starbucks in the afternoon. I don't like to go to any other coffee places because I'm kind of addicted to Starbucks, kind of like everybody else in this world is. Just all you have to do is take a look at the drive-up line at each Starbucks, and you see it's a mile long around the corner, and you say, "Oh shit! Why are all these dumb people staying in line? And what are they doing? What are they waiting for? Why don't they just go in the lobby?" Yeah, but I'm not guilty of going in the drive-up lines. No, I go inside. I like to have the complete experience of Starbucks, or wherever I go. If, maybe it's a restaurant, or it's a bar, or it's a juice bar, or it's out in the town. I don't know. I like that experience, the adventure. I like to do something new and something different every day, and we also like to do that, by the way. So, but in all this and all that, in all that we do every day, we need to still, no matter what we're doing, hey, even if we're, trying to meet women, or we want to, go out dating, or whatever we do, we still have to keep in mind, keep up that faith. Keep the faith in God, so that we don't get too off of the course. So, first of all, the first thing I want to do is we pray. This prayer, we say, Lord, help me to resist and to stay out of temptation. Keep me from temptation so that I might be able to serve you better. And that's one of the things that we should say every single day. This is water, by the way. I like to. God have agua. God have agua. Very important. So you guys might, some of you might want to comment on that if you feel the same way about water. Water is crucial to the digestive system and just about all the functions of the body. And yeah, water. And I might say I take a lot of magnesium too. I was just talking that to a few other people the other day, and how much magnesium. I take about like 300 to 600 a day, and it really makes a difference. Magnesium is one of the building blocks of the body. It really, it is so powerful, in its rejuvenation properties and keeping us healthy. So, in addition to other supplements are good too, but especially magnesium right now. So, but you may need something else. Everybody needs something different. Maybe for you it's vitamin B12. Maybe it could be niacin. Maybe it could be, just vitamin E with and with vitamin C. Maybe some of you don't even feel you need any vitamins at all. It's just maybe a couple eggs in the morning. And then you don't eat all day. Maybe you fast a lot. It's good to fast. We all need to. We have to go through fasting periods, because that fasting time is actually one of the healthiest times for the body, and where the body kind of, in a way, when we fast, it kind of gets the best of the nutrients within the body, and reorganizes that through the cellular structure and the DNA. So the fasting is very important, and it also gets rid of that full sensation when we feel like so full we can't eat, and we can't, we can't talk, and we can't, do basic things, and because we're just too clogged up. So the fasting is real important. So through all this and the fasting, and like I take magnesium, and get a routine. I think that it's good to have a routine every day, and I have the same routine: blah blah blah, Starbucks, breakfast, store, work, pleasure, fun, women. No, excuse me. It used to be like that, but now it's I've kind of gotten away from that. I've been married about 3 times, and that's enough. So I realize that I'm not cut out to be married. I'm just not that type. I'm not really. I've never been really a yes guy, and it's always led to arguments, and each one of us trying to control the other, and it never works. So I've just finally realized, give up on it. So that's what I've done. So I think the best rule of thumb: live for God. God is a jealous God, and when you get married, it's okay. And a lot of great pastors, Billy Graham, to name one, Charles Stanley, John MacArthur. I mean, these guys are all married, and it's good for the church. They like to see a married couple. I mean, it looks more. I don't know. It looks more. Maybe it's more prestigious in religion, but it's not necessary. God says in the Bible in many different places, it's better to be by yourself or on a rooftop or in the middle of the desert than with a brawling or a nagging wife. And I'm not saying that all of you are, there's an awful lot of nice women out there, and beautiful women, and smart and strong. I like powerful women too, so, but then there are, I had one marriage that, all she did was nag me to death all day long. And that lasted 3 years. I finally escaped, and I had to get away. Threw my bags in the car and went back to LA, and I said, enough is enough, and that's it. So there's a little water. Let me get a little coffee here too. Keep drinking the fluids. They're important. So let's start with a little faith exercise today. The first thing, and I don't, I'm not the type that tries to tell people that this is the way it has to be done or whatever. But if you like what I say, and then if you can relate to it, if it resonates with you, then maybe it's something for you. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're somewhere totally different. But anyways, for the sake of let's just start with a simple meditation. And I'm going to go on just about maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then we're going to end this message for tonight on faith. So let's do a little exercise, and let's take the challenge to see how long And this is what I talked about in a couple messages a couple days ago about, clearing the mind the first thing in the morning. I think the title of that video, if you want to check back and look at it, was Mind Clearing, or Clearing the Mind. Day startups or something like that. So, all right. So, all right. So for 1 minute, we're going to stand still. We're going to relax our shoulders. We're going to relax our fingertips, and the first thing we're going to do is spread our feet a little bit. Get your chin up straight. Do whatever it is you have to do. Maybe put your hands underneath your chin like this. Balance out. For me, I kind of cross over, and then I kind of come down here, and then pull up like that. And that works really good. And then I do the other side, so I come down like that, and then I kind of just do this. I'm trying to kind of bend down so you guys, I don't want to go above the camera, the height of the camera, so you can't see what I'm doing here. Okay, so as I stand back up, I think I'm about the right length. I think I am. Okay. So as we're in the mountain pose, Tadasana, I want you to concentrate on your fingers and go through one finger at a time on each hand. First the thumb, then the next finger, then the next finger, the next finger, the next finger, and then the next finger. Let's go back to the thumb. Thumb, be the index finger, the third finger, the fourth finger, the fifth finger. Now, keep your mind where it is. Now let's clear all the thoughts. See if you can clear the mind and think of nothing for the next, let's give it 30 seconds. Let's take that down. Then we'll do this again and see if we can increase it the next time. Okay, so here we go. We're in position, we're in Tadasana. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes if you want to. See if you can clear your mind for 30 seconds without a single thought coming in. Empty the mind, all thoughts. Every single thought gone. Total empty, total void. Nothing. No thoughts. Nothing at all. Just you and God. Noises in the background, that's okay. Just let it pass on by. Don't think about it. Let it go. Watch the thoughts. Observe them as they go through. Okay, I'm going to give it just a little bit more time. Okay. Now let's take a break from that, and we're going to do it again. I just got interrupted. My roommate came in, and okay, let's do it again. So relax the shoulders. And let's clear the mind. No thoughts at all. Clear the mind. Concentrate on the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go. No thinking. 20 more seconds. Okay, did you do it? Did you do that? Were you able to clear your mind? If you did, maybe you want to comment below and say, say, hey, I was able to do that. And so that's great. So if you cleared your mind for at least a half a minute, or maybe even a minute, Maybe some of you out there can do it for like a half hour or even an hour. Myself, sometimes I can do it for like a half hour. I've done it. 30 minutes of meditation sitting in a straight back chair, or just sitting in Sukhasana or whatever, or just standing up like in the mountain poses. So you got to be in a little bit better shape to stand up. But however you did it, even if you can clear your thoughts and empty the mind out for 30 seconds, that's good. So we need to do this in order to get into the higher consciousness state of what I call, or not what I call it, but it actually would be the Atman conscious, which is the consciousness as it relates to the individual. So we call that the Atman consciousness. And so we get into the Atman state, and we can sort of it's like we build that little tuning frequency, like this shortwave radio tunes into up there to God and where He is. Okay, and so that's kind of where we're getting at with the meditation. So now, then we kind of take that and we kind of work with that, and we kind of envelope that into the whole day, into our whole daily practice of life in general, our everyday living and everyday practices, whatever it is that we do. We do each thing where we concentrate just on the moment, on what we're doing. We let the thoughts roll out. We watch the thoughts as they go through, but we do all of the things we have to do during the day, but keeping the mind clear. So now this allows us to keep our faith tuned in on up there, or in what's really inside here in our solar plexus, as it's tuned into the channels of the higher consciousness. So this is faith, and so this is where we start building our faith, and we can start praying incessantly. Pray through the meditation. So praying throughout, while we're meditating, we can't be worried about, what Joe Blow did, to Sally Smith yesterday. He whatever he did, she didn't like it, and we can't be thinking about that, and we can't think about, our angry boss at work who we can't stand. We don't want to be thinking about that. We don't want to be thinking about the guy that just honked at us and back because he's in a rush to get somewhere or whatever. But we think about nothing. The state of nothingness is the state. Being bored is actually the highest state of consciousness that there is. I bet a lot of you probably didn't know that. Did any of you know that? If you did, comment in the section below. Say, yeah, I knew that boredom was the highest state of mind. Maybe it's not true. I don't know. That's my belief. Again, I don't want to say anything or take claim on anything and say this is the way that it has to be. But in my general belief system, the boredom state, the simplicity state, nothing broken down to the simplest bareness that you can get, is the best state of mind to be in. So now, let's go to, let me just get another sip. I want to bring up a couple verses in the Bible before I close tonight. And let me get a sip of water too, actually. So good. We've got to have water. Oh, yeah. So, Matthew 17, verse 20. So I'm just going to run through this. If we had the faith of a mustard seed, we could all move mountains. We could move a mountain if we just had the faith of a mustard seed. So, the reason that Matthew is talking about this is that, so we get the God, where is my mind tonight? The mind is so bogged down with thought and complexities and problems and this and algebraic equations and trying to figure out electronics or technical stuff that we can't be tuned into what's up above, and we can't tune into that consciousness which is going to allow us to have that incredible faith, which would allow us to conquer anything, to conquer the insurmountable things in life. Some people have even been known to lift up a car in that moment where they saved somebody, or because of in that moment something gave them the faith. Maybe it was an angel that came in and helped them, but whatever it was. Okay, so the faith and the courage and the strength and the fortitude and the persistence is what we need. So that faith gets us into that higher consciousness state. Into what I call it's called the universal flow, the Atman, and what's happening. And I'm going to go through this in a later video, but not tonight. I'm just going to, yeah, that flow. I'm trying to get on this train of thought here. The tuned into that. Oh, okay. Here's what I forgot what I was going to say. I was trying to put it in the correct format here. So, if we had the faith of a mustard seed, we could move a mountain. So we need to be tuned into that. What happens, and this is my point that I wanted to make, when we are born and when we come into the world and into the physical body, is that we enter the veil of Maya, which is called Maya Shakti, which might be a more familiar term to you. Did any of you know what that term is? Have you heard it before? Maya. So Maya is illusion. And so what that does is it covers up in a superficial way all of the things that having that complete faith will do. It makes the unwhole become whole. It makes the Maya makes the infinite become finite to your perception, and it makes the formless become formed. If you kind of get what I'm saying here, if you get the drift of that. So this is Maya, this is the illusion. And it's the fake, it's the illusory, the illusion state that 3/4 of our population are in. And we're all deceived, and we're not deceived, but that's just the state. It's called the veil is lifted when we die, and when the cord is cut, and I'm going to talk about that in a later video. I'm going to talk about some of the dreams that I've had. In the next video, I think I'll talk about that. The next video that I do. I'm going to talk about a dream where I actually bilocated to a different place. So when we dream, the astral body, which is Linga Sharira, and the soul body, which is the coisal seed body, Karana Sharira, these two bodies go off. The cord is still attached to the body. So the cord is attached to to your physical body. The physical body stays sleeping or whatever it's doing. The other two bodies go off into the dream state. And when we die, the cord is cut, a physical body dies, it withers away, and the other two bodies go into the astral realm, into heaven, or wherever. And anyways, that's kind of like what happens. And so then the Maya, the illusion is all gone. But many of us, probably just about all of us in this planet are under the state of illusion. And most people believe that if we can't see it, if it's not in front of us, it's not there, or I don't believe it. If I can't see God, if I can't see an angel, if whatever it be, if I can't see a ghost, it's not there. I don't believe it. If it's not in front of me, if it's not right, if it's not happening right here, and I can't see the square, I can't see the table, there is no table there. So, so again, you know, so everything is based on form and solid matter. So that's what Maya does. Maya creates the illusion. So there's many levels upon levels, timelines upon timelines. There's so many different timelines of illusion. There's so many people are in different states of mind, different states of consciousness. And some of us are just so inundated with the worldly things coming at us at record jet-like speed that we can't do anything. We're just like, we turn into robots. All we just sit there and just stare at our phone all day and, you know, type on our keypad. We don't pay attention to people. We don't connect. We don't, you know, we don't say hi to people. We don't, you know, there's no communication anymore because of this illusion, this illusion state that people are in. And so I'm going to go over this kind of this. Because I've been through it a little bit myself. I've had, you know, like I was saying in last night's video, I've had some experiences, and so on the next segment, maybe tomorrow night's video or the next night, I'm not sure yet. I kind of do it. I kind of go as I, you know, go with the flow and go whatever comes to me, whatever I feel is people are wanting me to show them, or I, you know, I'm very intuitive that way. And I, you know, I kind of pick it up. But I'm going to go over some of that stuff of what happens in the, you know, in the astral realm of when we dream and when we sleep, and where we go, what we remember, and what it actually is. And then, of course, this is one more thought for tonight before I close this off. Gosh, sometimes I just go on and on and on. You know, I could, you know, I don't know. I mean, just, you know, it's probably the coffee, right? Yeah. Comment if you think it's the coffee. Yeah. Okay, so. So anyway, so yeah, the faith. So keeping up the faith. Let's all. So keep the faith challenge. Let's get the faith challenge going. You know, can you keep the faith? Can you remain? And this is I think what my last point was going to be for tonight. Keeping the faith and staying in the faith, and breaking that illusion pattern, tuning in to the unknown, the unseen, the divine, tuning into that, we're able to keep the faith, and we can have that faith into the Most High. We can have the faith of a mustard seed, can move a mountain, can move many mountains, can do anything. We have the power of the universe all innate. It's innate within all of us. But we just don't, we use about, like most people use about maybe 8 to maybe 20%, not even that, maybe 8 to 10% of their brain, of their subconscious and their brain power. So if you have, when you have that, when you're tuned in, awake, when people wake up, When we wake up, we can develop our faith. Faith in God, faith in the Most High, faith in Christ. Faith in Christ. That's what we need to do, is to keep that connection. We don't want to lose that connection. And last point of the night, it's kind of like, and you've probably heard this before, but it's kind of like the tree. Let's think about what happens to, take the vine tree. Take the vine tree, for instance, the fruit tree. So the fruit grows. We water the tree. I water the plants all the time outside, and I've even been a gardener at times in my life, and done gardening, and I don't do that now too much, but I've observed when you water the plants, and the more water, that everything looks nice, and it's lush. Everything's lush and beautiful. And what happens when you stop watering it? What happens when you stop watering a plant? What does it do? Well, it dies. It withers away. What happens when you cut off the flower from that plant? From the plant, or you cut off the branch from the tree, what happens? It withers away and it dies. So, anyways, what I'm getting at here is the correlation between these two things is when we keep tuned in, we keep connected to the vine tree. The vine tree is source, which is God, and we keep that connection going, and then that's how we're able to do amazing things. We can live, we can live a long time. Some of us, we might live to be over 100. When we have that connection going. If we don't have the connection going, then we might get sick. People will die. They'll get diseases because they're not connected anymore because they don't have any faith. And so I'll talk about faith, and I'll talk about where the faith needs to be, and what my belief in faith is. I believe in the Bible from A to Z. Exactly what it says, and that may not be all of you. But in my faith, I'll talk about that a little bit. Not now, not tonight. So I'm gonna close off here, and so I just want to go back into another quick meditation before we close, and I'll be back tomorrow night with another message, and I think tomorrow night I'm going to talk about some of my bilocation experiences that I had just recently, and pretty amazing stuff, really strong stuff. Let's close with a meditation. So first of all, putting your hands into prayer position over the Anahata chakra, which is right in the solar plexus. And try to relax your shoulders, relax your arms, and be still, be right in the now, and then pull back on the shoulders a little bit, get the chin up a little bit. Maybe give your neck a little massage and come back into prayer. Okay, so here we are. Spread the legs a little bit, about shoulder width apart, feet firmly planted on the floor, and let's just have just a moment of silence. And again, let's try to concentrate on our hands being together, on what it feels like for both hands to be pressing against each other, and that should be your only thought right now. Just think about the hands together, no other thoughts, and let's see if we can do it. Comment if you can. Send a comment. Like I was able to do this, and I was able to clear my mind, and that's great. That's good. That's what we're aiming for. So, and then we can even take our mind off the hands and just be in a state of nothingness. So let's try to do this for about 30 seconds. Okay? So let's go. Here we go. Take a breath, breathe out. Take another breath and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let go. Think about nothing. Nothing at all. Let go. Let God. Just breathe. Clear. Okay. And relax. Did you do it? Did you clear the mind? Were you able to clear your thoughts? Did you have that nagging thought that's been bugging you all day try to come in there and it stole your thinking? Did the evil try to get in there? If it did, you might want to comment in that section below and say, yeah, something came in and I started thinking about, whatever it was that happened yesterday, and I got out of the train of thought. That's all right. So you keep working on it. So you go back, and do it again the next day. Keep doing it. Keep practicing that. And keep increasing the time. And maybe you'll be after a while you'll be able to sit for an hour or stand for maybe even maybe a half hour, maybe an hour, maybe even longer. Clearing the mind, and that's a very powerful state of nothingness and boredom. And that's where these a lot of the saints and these very powerful people in the faith are able to achieve that connection with God and getting into the Brahma state, or what we call samadhi, the highest state. So that's what we're aiming toward. But again, okay, so let's close out for the night. Lord, thank you. And I just, I pray for each and every one of you that some of these things will work, and maybe I was able to help somebody watched and got an inclination to maybe try some of these things and it worked for them. But anyways, I love you all. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Peace, love. God bless. Jeff out.